Good evening, everyone. My name's Beth, and I'd like to welcome you to December's DIY program. It has been quite a year. We've been doing this, year and a half now, and we're at the tail end of 2021. So in a year full of doing it yourself, making your house a home, repurposing something, taking what's old and making it new, going from drab to fab, you get the idea. I thought we would bring it back to not only doing it yourself, but doing it for yourself. We get lost in the day-to-day life of maintaining the home and the family and laundry and dishes and groceries and mopping the floor. We don't always take a lot of self-care. So I thought we would do this cute little thing. It won't take us very long, and it's a little thing just for us. Sound good? I thought it sounded good. Now, I have always wanted to get into jewelry making. I don't think that it would quite be my forte. I don't know if I'd be in love with it, and it would be something that I'd even be particularly good at. But I always admire people who can do that. And I thought maybe we could try something pretty simple and see how it goes. So I gave it a whirl, and it actually turned out. It wasn't terrible. Is it the best work I've ever done on anything? Like anything else, I always look at things afterwards and think, I could have done this or that. But all in all, I was quite pleased. So I don't mean to not sell this to you, but I want to be honest with you that some things, you have to do a couple times till you get it just right. And this is one of those things that I think with practice, I could do just right. So tonight we're going to make a chain mail spiral pendant. And since I'm not making the necklace, I'll actually put it on the necklace and show you how we can do that. So in a few minutes, we can have a cute little piece of costume jewelry to add a little bling or a little zing to any day. All right, I'm gonna turn you down to face the table so you can see the good stuff. I'm also gonna do my level best to make sure that I actually show you what's going on. Sometimes my hands move when I'm talking and you don't get to see all the stuff. Okay, so I shopped local. I could have gotten online and bought everything that way and had it, in 2 days. But I really try to buy local. So I ran to Hobby Lobby and I got these 12 millimeter round heavy gauge jump rings. Super cute. I really love the gauge of those. And that is how thick around they are, not how big around they are. Does that make sense? So it's the thickness versus this. Now, then I had to get a smaller pack because I'm going to have something to put everything together and put on the chain when we make our pendant. And these are 6 millimeter. Truth be told, I would love if they were a thicker gauge. I love that chunky look, and I think that would suit me personally better, but I went with what I could get locally, and I am quite happy with that. And then, as luck would have it, they didn't have chain so that I could make my own necklace at my own custom length, because you can buy these parts too, the little lobster clasp and the even tinier jump rings. But they did have this cute little 16-inch chain. And because there are always sales at those types of stores, Joann, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, etc., I got good deals on everything. So half off everything. So I went the time that they were doing that. So now let's get started. I have, as far as supplies, 2 flat nose pliers for jewelry making. So they don't have any ridge or anything in here. If you don't have those, you could probably use any combination of pliers because, we make do with what we have, right? We're makers and doers. But what you want to make sure is that you don't raid the toolbox where normal tools are, because a needle nose or even flat nose pliers will have a little ridge, because when you're doing construction and home improvement stuff, you really want to be able to grip, and you don't want it to leave those ridges in your jewelry. So stay away from those. So I'm going to go back to my flat nose. I'm going to grab my first jump ring, and I'm going to grab it on either side, and I'm just going to twist to open it. Then I'm going to slide the next jump ring on there, and I'm going to close it. And when I close it, not only do I have to squeeze it together, but I have to, let me get a better grip. I have to push in because I want to make this gap here in the middle, right there where my fingernail's gonna go, as small as possible. Now, the higher quality materials you buy, obviously the smaller that will be. I'm sure I could buy some very expensive high-end stuff. And then when I set it down, let me move these out of the way. When I set it down, I'm going to have these overlapping like so. And I'm going to take a third jump ring and open it like so. And then I held this down with one finger and I slid through that opening where the two overlapped. So did you see that? I'll take it off. So I have where they overlap right here in the middle, right there. And I'm gonna take this jump ring and slide it right through because I want them kind of all bunched together. And now I'm gonna do that squeeze and see the gap and push in. It's easier to do if you do it in one motion. So I'm gonna open back up and squeeze. And I heard a little click that time. It clicked in tight. We're almost done, you guys. Can you believe this already? So then I just lay them down and I kind of stack them. Let's see, I'm gonna pull this in closer. Can you see how they just stack up nice? I'm gonna take my little jump ring and grab that, hold it on one side here and one side here and get it open. Pull it back out. It gets blurry, doesn't it? I know. Then I'm going to slide it right through all three rings. Get my hands out of the way so you can see. Like so. The last thing I'll do, slide my necklace right through there. Then we're going to very carefully grab this end, slide them together, and push together. And then you have your very own chainmail spiral necklace. Let me bring this back up so I can see you guys. Yay, there you are. So, how easy was that? Easy and fast, right? What a cute little thing here. Now I'll slide this on and show you. It fits right below my collarbone. What a pretty little necklace. And look how easy that was to make, right? So easy. So quick. It would be a great little gift to make. So if you have a new mom gift, wedding shower, baby shower, any shower, because it's Tuesday gift, whatever. It's a great little fun thing. And who doesn't like a little shiny in their life, right? I know I do. You know I love some shiny. So as I said, there are always things that we can improve on. There are always things we can do differently. I think I would buy probably higher quality jump rings even so that they snap tighter. I don't love to see that little seam, but I'm actually not hating it either. As I have it on, I don't really even focus on that. I don't see that at all. I would definitely buy the thicker jump rings. I do really like that chunky piece, and so I think that that would hold it even tighter at top and give it less leeway to spin. All in all, I was super pleased with my little shiny spiral chainmail necklace, and I hope you guys are too. You guys have a great rest of your month. We're gonna take the month of January off, I believe, but we'll be back in February with all new things to dazzle and amaze you. Okay, that might have been overselling. I'm hoping when we come back in February, it'll be all new things that just makes your heart happy. So you guys have a great rest of your day and an even better tomorrow, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.